Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Welcome to my vocabulary presentation and vocabulary game video project. My name is Mutia Usroty with student identification number E1D02510145. I am a first year student of the English Education Study Program, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, University of Mataram. In this video, I'm going to present a vocabulary building assignment for the 2025 to 2026 academic year. The topics that will be discussed are art and music, employment, advertisement, science and science careers, figurative language, and weather. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, for first topic, let's talk about art and music. Art and music are important forms of human creativity and expression. They allow people to share their feelings, ideas, and experiences in different ways. In this topic, we will learn some common vocabulary related to art and music. We have three vocabularies. The first is artist, and then melody, and the last is sculpture. Okay, let's move on to the first vocabulary. The first word is artist. Artist is pronounced artist. Artist. An artist is a person who creates paintings, drawings, sculptures, or other forms of art. For example, Vincent van Gogh was a famous artist. In this sentence, Vincent van Gogh refers to someone who created many beautiful paintings. Therefore, an artist is someone who expresses ideas and emotions through artworks. Okay, so next. The second word is melody. Melody is pronounced melody. Melody. A melody is a sequence of musical notes that forms as a tune. For example, I really like the melody of this song. Usually, when we remember a song, we remember its melody. Therefore, melody is an important element in music. So, the next word is sculpture. Sculpture is pronounced sculpture, sculpture. A sculpture is a three-dimensional work of art made from materials such as stone, wood, or clay. For example, in the sentence, the museum displayed many ancient sculptures. Unlike paintings, sculptures have length, width, and height. Therefore, sculptures are examples of three-dimensional artworks. So, let's move on to the second topic, which is employment. Employment refers to jobs and occupations that people do to earn money and support their lives. Therefore, understanding employment vocabulary is important because these words are commonly used in workplaces and professional settings. So let's look at some examples. We have three words. The first word is employee, second is employer, and the third is salary. Okay, let's begin with the first word. The first word is employee. Employee is pronounced employee. Employee. An employee is a person who works for a company or an organization in exchange for payment. I give you an example in the sentence. The company has more than 100 employees. In this sentence, employees refer to the people who work for the company. Therefore, an employee is someone who performs a job and receives payment for it. So, next word is employer. Employer is pronounced employer. An employer is a person an employer is a person or organization that hires workers and provides them with jobs. For example, a good employer should treat employees fairly. In other words, employers are responsible for providing work opportunities to others. So, unlike employees who work for someone, employers are the ones who give jobs. Okay, the last word for this topic is salary. Salary is pronounced salary. Salary. Salary refers to the money that employees receive regularly for doing their jobs. For example, in the sentence, she receives her salary at the end of every month. Salary is one of the main reasons why people work. Therefore, salary is the regular payment given to workers. So, let's move on to the third topic. The third topic is advertisement. Advertisements are used to inform people about products or services and persuade them to make a purchase. We can find advertisements almost everywhere, such as on television, social media, websites, and billboards. So in this video, I'll talk about three advertisement vocabulary. The first is advertisement itself, so brand, and the last is slogan. Okay, let's begin with the first word. The first word is advertisement. Advertisement is pronounced advertisement. Advertisement. An advertisement is a message or announcement that promotes a product, service, or event. For example, I saw an advertisement for a new smartphone on YouTube. In this sentence, the advertisement is used to introduce and promote the smartphone to potential customers. So, next vocabulary is brand. The next word is brand. Brand is pronounced brand. Brand. A brand is the name or identity of a company or its products. For example, Nike is a famous sports brand. So, brand help customers recognize and distinguish products from different companies. So, the last word for this topic is slogan. Slogan is pronounced slogan. Slogan. A slogan is a short and memorable phrase used in advertisement to attract people's attention. I give you the sentence about slogan. Just do it is the slogan of Nike. So, slogans are usually easy to remember and help people recognize a brand. Okay, so let's go on to the next topic about science and the careers. Okay, science is a branch of knowledge that helps us understand the natural world through observation, experiments, and evidence. Science plays an important role in our daily lives because many modern technologies and discoveries are based on scientific principles. So, let's take a look at some vocabularies or a word. We have three vocabularies. It is experiment, observation, and researcher. Okay, the first word is experiment. Experiment is pronounced experiment. Experiment. An experiment is a scientific task that is conducted to discover or prove something. I give you the sentence. The students conducted an experiment in the laboratory. So, in this sentence, the students performed a scientific procedure to observe the results. So, next vocabulary is observation. The observation is pronounced observation. Observation. Observation is the act of carefully watching and studying something. For example, in the sentence, careful observation is important in scientific research. Therefore, scientists often make observations before drawing conclusions. So, the last word for this topic is researcher. Researcher is pronounced researcher. A researcher is a person who conducts studies to discover new information or solve problems. I'll give you the sentence. The researchers collected data for several months before publishing their findings. So, researchers can work in many areas such as science, education, medicine, and technology. Okay, so let's move on to a topic that is explore how language can be used creatively. The topic is called figurative language. Okay, figurative language. We have five figurative language here. Um, okay, what is figurative language? Figurative language is language that uses words in a non-literal way to make expressions more interesting, imaginative, and powerful. In other words, the meaning of a sentence is sometimes different from the literal meanings of the individual words. Therefore, when we encounter figurative language, we should focus on the intended meaning rather than the exact meaning of each word. So we have five type of figurative language. The first is simile, the second is metaphor, and then hyperbole, personification, and oxymoron. Okay, let's begin with the first type of figurative language. Okay, a simile is a comparison between two different things using the words like or as. For example, she is as busy as a bee. This sentence compares a person to a bee because bees are known for working hard. Of course, she is not literally a bee. The comparison simply tells us that she is a very hardworking person. Therefore, whenever you see the words like or is used to compare two things, the sentence is probably similar. Okay, the next type is metaphor. Like a simile, a metaphor also compares two things. However, it does not use the words like or as. For example, time is money. Literally, time and money are two different things. However, this sentence means that time is valuable and should not be wasted. Therefore, a metaphor makes a direct comparison between two things without using like or as. So, if two things are compared directly, we can identify the sentence as a metaphor. Okay, so let's continue to the third and fourth type. The third type of figurative language is hyperbole. Hyperbole is an exaggerated statement that is used to emphasize an idea or feeling. For example, I've told you a million times. Obviously, nobody actually counts exactly 1 million times. The speaker simply wants to emphasize that he or she has repeated something many times. Therefore, hyperbole uses exaggeration to make an expression stronger or more dramatic. So, when a statement sounds impossible or overly exaggerated, it is likely an example of hyperbole. Okay, so the next type is personification. Personification gives human characteristics or actions to animals, objects, or ideas. For example, the wind whispered through the trees. In reality, the wind cannot whisper because whispering is something humans do. In this sentence, the writer describes the wind as if it were a person. Therefore, personification makes descriptions more vivid and imaginative. So, whenever non human things are described as acting like humans, we can identify the sentence as personification. Okay, so the last type of figurative language is oxymoron. An oxymoron combines two words or ideas with opposite meanings. For example, bittersweet. The words bitter, and sweet have opposite meanings. However, when they are combined, they describe a feeling that is both happy and sad at the same time. Therefore, oxymorons create interesting contrasts and add depth to expressions. So, when two opposite ideas appear together in one expression, we can recognize it as an oxymoron. Figurative language makes communication more expressive and colorful. By understanding different types of figurative language, we can better understand stories, songs, poems, and even everyday conversations. Now, let's move on to our last topic, which is weather. Okay, weather refers to the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time. Weather changes from day to day and it affects many aspects of our daily lives, such as what we wear, what activities we do, and even how we travel. Therefore, understanding weather vocabulary is useful because we use these words almost every day. So let's look at some common weather related words. The first is rainy. Rainy is pronounced rainy. Wait, okay, rainy. Rainy means weather with a lot of rain. For example, in sentence, it has been rainy all week. So next word is cloudy. Cloudy is pronounced cloudy. Cloudy. Cloudy means that the sky is covered with clouds. For example, in sentence, the sky became cloudy in the afternoon. So cloudy weather does not always mean that it will rain, but it often indicates changes in the weather. So the last one is stormy. Stormy is pronounced stormy. Stormy. Stormy weather involves heavy rain, strong winds, thunder, or lightning. For example, in sentence, the weather became stormy last night. So stormy can sometimes be dangerous and may cause damage. Therefore, people are usually advised to stay safe during stormy weather. So yeah, those are the vocabulary items that we are going to learn today. We have discussed vocabulary related to art and music, employment, advertisement, science and science careers, figurative language, and weather. So I hope this explanation has helped you understand the meanings of these words and how they are used in different contexts. So let's move on to the next part. Okay, guys, welcome to the vocabulary challenge section. In this part, you are going to test your understanding of the vocabulary that we have learned today. This challenge contains 11 words from different topics, including art and music, employment, advertisement, science, figurative language, and weather. Instead of multiple choice questions, this time we are going to solve a crossword puzzle. Yay! Okay, here we are. You will see a crossword grid and some clues. The meaning of each vocabulary item is provided, and your task is to find the correct word. And you have to fill the blank inside the crossword. So if you would like to solve the crossword yourself, you can access the editable crossword sheet through the link provided in the description box. So a 1-minute timer will appear on the screen. However, if you think 1 minute is not enough, feel free to pause the video and continue solving the puzzle at your own pace. Once you are ready, resume the video and we will check the answers together. So good luck and let's see how many words you can answer correctly. Okay, the timer will begin in 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, the time is up. Okay, have you finished, guys? Okay, great. I hope all of you have finished the crossword now. So let's reveal the answers together. Here is the completed crossword puzzles. Let's check each answer one by one. Ta-da! Okay, let's see. For the first question, for the down question. The first clue is the money that employees receive regularly for doing their jobs. Okay, how do you think, guys? What is your answer? Let's see. Where is down number 1? This one? The money that employees receive regularly for doing the jobs. Okay, the answer is salary. Yay! Congratulations for those who have a correct answer. So next, sky is covered with clouds. Down number 2. Where it is? This one? Okay, the answer is cloudy. Keep applause. The third clue is comparing two words using the like or as. Oh, let's talk about figurative language. So let's see what is the answer. The answer is simile. Yay, 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 yay. So next, number 4 is musical notes. Such a short clue. What's the answer? This one, I think. Yeah, 4 down. Melody. The answer is melody. Okay, let's check your answer, guys. Okay, so next, heavy rain, strong winds, thunder, or lightning at the same time. It sounds like weather with a topic. What is it? Oh, the answer is right beside the melody. It is stormy. Yay, congratulations for everyone who has correct answer. Okay, the last one for down question is weather with a lot of rain. Oh, it's talk about weather too. With a lot of rain. Yeah, of course the answer is rainy. Yay! So let's move on to the across clue. The first one is a short and memorable phrase in advertisement. Where it is? Oh, this one. The answer is slogan. Yay! So next, a person who creates a form of an art. Okay, number 2. Oh, the clue said that a form of an art. Who creates a form of an art? Yeah, obviously, the answer is artist. Yay! Okay, the third clue. Emphasize something in the sentence. I think it's talk about figurative language anymore. Where it is? Oh yeah, this one, the longest word with the longest alphabet here. Hyperbole. Yeah, the answer is hyperbole. Pay attention to the word, guys, so then you not to write it incorrectly. So next, number 4 is person or organization that hires workers. Okay, number 4, this one. Wow, employer. Let's look to the middle of the crossword page. So the last one is identity of product. What is it, guys? Let's see. Yeah, this one, I found it. Did you find it, guys? In the rainy school square. Brand. The answer is brand, guys. Yay! Congratulations for everybody who has correct answer. Okay, so how many words did you answer correctly, guys? If you got all 11 answers right, congratulations! You have done an excellent job. If you missed a few words, don't worry. Learning vocabulary takes time and practice, and making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. So you can always revisit this video and try the crossword puzzle again. Okay, finally, we have come to the end of this video. So thank you very much for watching and participating in this vocabulary presentation and crossword challenge. So I hope this video has helped you understand and remember new vocabulary related to art and music, employment, advertisement, science and the careers, figurative language, also weather. Thank you for your attention. Keep learning, keep growing, and see you in another learning session. Have a wonderful day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.